Hi, beautiful friends. Thank you all so very much for joining me here. Truly appreciate every single one of you, all of your love, support, and kindness to the channel. If you are new, warm welcome. I hope you'll stick around and become a part of this wonderful, amazing tribe we are co-creating here together. Super excited and honored to be a part of your journey and you a part of mine. So thank you so much wherever you are tuning into this at this time. I am just so very grateful for you all and super excited to share this message that I received the other day. That's so interesting because I feel like it was a message that all of us really need to hear. And time again, it's something that we just need to embrace and return to, and to understand our truest nature is going to be understanding that our heart needs to be open and remain open. And I guess you could say one of the struggles that many deal with on their journey is learning to keep your heart open, and maintaining heart-centeredness throughout this journey, and not allowing it to close no matter the circumstances. Of course, we have to feel into everything that comes through, and it's important for us to not suppress emotions that come up, and to not stuff them away. But the key is, even when we feel these emotions, we don't have to become the emotion. We can just allow ourselves to experience it as it's wanting us to do. Experience it, acknowledge it, release it, but keep ourselves open and not shut down our heart, not close off our heart. Keep ourselves open, even in the midst of all of the kind of difficult experiences we might have, things that we might not totally be on board with, and things that we might perceive to be bad and we might label as bad, or whatever other label. The key is to remain open, remain in our heart space, remain open, keep our heart open to life and to all of what we are here to experience, and keep ourselves, focused on what we are wanting to create, what we are wanting to experience, and focusing on the good, and allowing ourselves to kind of navigate and deal with the not so good. And the message that came through yesterday was about what keeps you apart from your heart. So what is in the way of your connection to your heart, of you experiencing your heart in its fullness, and in its complete openness? And as some of you, if not all of you, many of you know, is that when you are in your heart space and you tune into your heart, you're going to experience so much joy and so much love, this like infinite love and joyful feeling. Now, also, you can also experience, some pain. If you have any blockages within your heart, you can also have that energy of, pain, of grief, something that is uncomfortable within there as well. So this message was like, what keeps you from your heart? What keeps you apart from your heart? And what situations, things, words, conversations, essentially experiences, what all pulls you towards your heart, or what pulls you away? And I think the key underlying message here is to become aware of what pulls you away from your heart and what pulls you in towards your heart. The key is to notice what draws the in and the out from your heart, and to really allow yourself to let go of whatever is pulling you away from your heart, and not fight it, not act out of anger or any kind of reactive energy to what might be pulling away from your heart. but just become aware of it and allow yourself to let go and release that energy, and to focus on what pulls and calls you inward to your heart. When somebody says or does something that you don't like, and maybe it's not kind, most people, you tend to forget, we tend to think that, and we get lost in our mind because we tend to think there needs to be an immediate solution to whatever just happened, whatever somebody just said or did to us. We tend to blame that person, that experience, instead of allowing ourselves to be in our heart space and come from making a decision from within our heart center, where we are centered. We're not in our mind, but we're centered, and we can feel into the situation of what the situation is calling for us to say or not say. So it's important to kind of forget your mind, to lose your mind, and to drop into your heart space in these kind of scenarios and situations where you find yourself wanting to be reactive, wanting to say something back, wanting to make a point, but essentially it's only going to perpetuate the negative situation, whatever that you didn't like. It's just going to amplify whatever you are not liking. So a key is to tune into your heart. Your heart will reveal the truth. Your heart always does. Your heart knows the way, and your heart is always leading you towards joy, towards love, and your true fulfillment of what you are wanting to experience, what your soul is wanting to experience. Your heart is the key. It is the way. It is trying to lead you there. But it can only do so much when we are in our own ways of completely in our mind and blocking ourselves by allowing ourselves to sit in so much pain or fear energy and creating so much blockages within ourselves and closing off our hearts to the world, closing off our hearts to life and all of the beauty and the magic and the joy. You can't close yourself off to negative experiences that you're gonna eventually have, but then just only keep yourself available to certain joyful experiences. When you keep yourself open, your heart open, you're going to experience both, because it's inevitable. It's the good and the bad. It's the yin and the yang, whatever you want to label it. It is what it is, and you're going to experience both. I mean, think about it. We came here at this time, at this transitional time on our planet, and this evolution transitionary time within ourselves and our lives and our journey of wanting to expand, because our soul wants to expand. Our soul wants to experience certain things that are here to help us grow. And we're here to experience this broad spectrum of emotions, of one side being, really dense, really painful, the grief, the hurt, the anger, the rage, and on the other side, the love, the joy, the compassion, the excitement. We're here to experience these long range of emotions and energy, essentially energy, these experiences. And so when we close ourselves off to one, we're essentially going to be closing ourselves to all of it, to the other as well, because we have to learn to be able to remain open through it all and keeping ourselves open, not attaching to what we don't like. Because whenever we say and we resist something, an energetic experience, we are actually attaching ourselves to that energy of what we are not liking, because we're not accepting it and allowing it to just move on. We're saying, nope, stop, I don't like this. And guess what's going to happen? Because you resist it, because you stop, because you don't like it, and you want to push it away, you want to say, no, this can't be, it will continue to show up in your reality until you learn to accept that this is what it is, this situation, this person, whatever XYZ is happening, and 99% of the time it's out of your control. You have to allow that to be. You have to accept it for what it is and move on. A key part also a lot of people talk about is finding the lesson in this, finding the lesson in all of the things that you can't learn to accept about whatever is happening that you don't like. And it always comes back to you. It always comes back to ourselves, of what we are not comfortable and okay with within ourselves, because we're not okay within ourselves, because we are not loving ourselves, because we haven't accepted ourselves. You know, it's a matter of understanding, if we can't love and accept ourselves, how do we expect to love and accept others when we can't even love and accept ourselves fully? You can't have one without the other. It can't be just one and not the other. We have to learn to really fully and truly get okay inside ourselves, accept ourselves fully, figure out why we are creating our own blockages in our life based upon what is not okay externally in our world, externally in our environment, in our reality, what we are not accepting, and learn to get okay and become okay and comfortable inside of ourselves. Because you got to get so comfortable within that nothing on the outside of you can command you and to shift your energy so erratically or move it so off balance that it throws you off, causes you to be reactive. It's not the fact that that happened that caused it. It's you not being comfortable and okay and balanced within yourself that you reacted to whatever. And it's a part of, like I said, this process of learning to be okay within yourself and solid, balanced within yourself, so you're not reactive to whatever happens externally, whatever is going on that maybe you don't even like. But if you accept it and learn to let it go, then you realize you're taking your power back. You're not giving your power away. You're not becoming reactive. You're holding your power. You're reclaiming your power, because you're not allowing yourself to get reactive and get out of balance, get thrown off by whatever is going on. Essentially, your heart knows. So trust the feeling. Let your mind take a back seat. And it's so funny because we always hear that. Lose your mind. Because we don't need to be so much in our mind. We need to be in our hearts. We need to tune into our hearts. We allow ourselves to get bent out of shape, so out of sorts, when things don't go as we like. We immediately let this energy rise up and up and up and up into our minds, and our ego takes over and chaos presumes. But if we can take time and tune into our hearts and make this practice of taking a few deep breaths, dropping into our heart space, we will find life is a lot more simpler and easier to navigate, because this love and joy within us, within our hearts, is our truest nature, yet we're so conditioned and programmed to not be in sync or in tune with it. We gotta learn to get in touch with our heart. It's a real fine place to start. You'll see your life change so completely for the better the more you create this practice of tuning in to your heart space time and time again. The decisions you make in even the most complicated situations, if you can tune into your heart space and learn to make decisions from your heart, you will understand that this can be quite simpler to navigate if we can learn to tune in and consciously tune in. And that's the key here. We're being conscious. We're consciously tuning into our heart space. We're making it a practice of tuning into our heart space, keeping our hearts open, and continuously choosing our heart in these most difficult moments, these, trials and, that we experience time and time again. It's creating this habit, this practice of consciously tuning into our heart and making the decision from our heart-centered space. So I hope in some way this helped you. And until next time, my friends, take very, very, very good care. I love you all so very much. Bye for now. Bye.